So let's talk St. Louis history tonight. I'm going to talk about something that y'all didn't know about St. Louis. Did y'all know that St. Louis used to be the prostitution capital of America? In 1870, St. Louis City had 310,000 residents. 5,000 of those people were prostitutes. There was one prostitute for every 23 or so males of any age in the city of St. Louis. This woman played a pivotal part in crafting that business here, Madam Kate Clark. Clark was born in Polk County, Missouri in 1848. She moved to St. Louis in the late 1860s. Upon her arrival, she became a prostitute, and she immediately became well known. Prostitution was actually legal here in the city of St. Louis from 1870 to 1874. And Madam Kate, right here, baby, she took advantage of that law. That law was called the Social Evil Ordinance, and St. Louis City was the first city in this country to have such a law. After becoming so successful here in St. Louis, Madam Clark opened up a whorehouse here in 1873, and her house was well known here in St. Louis. One woman worked under her to generate the funds to pay for her daughter's wedding. Clark shut down that house in 1875 after she announced that she was engaged. It was rumored that she was engaged to the daughter of her father, Bertha. She left St. Louis and moved to New York. However, she was still seen around the city. Eventually, she did move back to Missouri. I'm not sure when. Based on my research, I would say probably somewhere in the early 1900s. However, she did not return back to St. Louis. She moved to Jackson County, Missouri. Personally, I feel like her work should not be applauded. However, she did play a pivotal role in crafting the prostitution business here in St. Louis City. Like I told y'all, that history here in St. Louis City is deep. It tells a story.